Hey guys, I'm Carlise, and on today's episode of Food Nerds, I'm going to show you how I make my Ferrero Rocher inspired cake. I don't know if I said that right, but that's how I've always said it since I was a kid. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe and that notification bell down below, just so you get updated every time I post a new video, which is Tuesdays and Fridays at noon. And if you're a returning food nerd, welcome back, guys. Let's get into this recipe. Okay guys, so I have a bunch of different elements that I'm going to be putting together in this cake, and I'm just going to briefly explain it, then I'll probably pretty much fast forward through it. So for our base is a vanilla cake, but what I did differently is instead of adding vanilla extract into it, I added some hazelnut, and this is why the color is a little bit different. So I added a little bit of hazelnuts into it just so you can get that taste, because you know Ferrero Rocher's, it's not almonds, it's not walnuts, it's a hazelnut inside. Okay, so that's what I did. I have some Italian meringue buttercream here that I mixed with some Nutella, and I'll have the recipe for that down in the description box below. I also have some chocolate ganache right over here that I'm going to be using. And I also put some of my buttercream in this bag just so I can pack the border. And I have some Ferrero Rocher's chopped up. Okay, so that's going to give us our little crumb. So I'm going to show you how to assemble this. Let's get into it. So I have a bag here with some Italian meringue buttercream, and I'm just going to pipe a border. And that's going to keep pretty much everything in. The hazelnuts inside. Well, my Italian meringue buttercream inside, which is flavored with Nutella. Okay, just like that. I'm gonna sprinkle some of these Rochers. And don't be scared, be very generous with it. Okay, so now I have a little bit of chocolate ganache, and I left it at a little bit of a runny consistency. So I'm just gonna ladle that all on in. Make sure it covers every spot of it. Drizzle that everywhere, guys. Everywhere. I don't know about y'all, but I like chocolate, so it's gonna have to be everywhere for me. Now you're gonna see my little boo-boo I made with my cake. But we're gonna put the next layer on. And there's that boo-boo I said I made with my cake. It's coming off a little bit. Hit it the wrong way with the knife when I was cutting it. But that's gonna get covered right up. So we're gonna go in, squeeze my bag a little bit, get a little firm, and pipe another border. Throw some more in. Get some more Rochers in there. Look, y'all, you gotta get it in there. Like, ooh, I touched the bottom, but it's alright. I'm gonna put some in there, and if I push it out, it makes my border go out, so it stands back up. Go all in. Woo! That looks good. So I have my top layer. I'm just doing a 3-tier cake. And when you do your top layer, this is the side that I carved my little hump off. We're going to flip it over so the flat side is up. Okay, y'all? What I'm going to do is I'm going to let it go in the fridge. Once I even out these sides a bit, I'm not going to crumb coat it just yet. I'm going to let it go right into the fridge and set up a little bit before I crumb coat it. And that's just going to make it a little bit easier for me. That's going to make it stand together a little bit longer. Stuff like that. So I just wipe the edges, the side edges as you see. And I'm just going to throw it in the fridge and let it harden up a bit before I crumb coat it. Just so it can get through the cake, freeze up that, well, harden up that buttercream that's inside and that ganache. Okay, so give me a second. We'll put it in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll be right back to crumb coating. Okay guys, so we're back. My cake has chilled down a bit, so now it's a little more firm and it's not wailing. So what we're gonna do is left my spatula. We're gonna ice this baby, okay? And this is just gonna be my crumb coat. So it's not gonna be a very thick layer. It's gonna be pretty thin. But I just wanna make sure I get all the crumbs to stay inside. I'm just scraping off now the excess on the bottom. And just clean off the bottom one more time. So that's my crumb coat. We're gonna get this in the fridge and then we're gonna chill it for about 15 to 20 minutes until I touch it and nothing comes off and it's not sticky anymore. Then we'll be back to ice it and decorate. So I'll see you then. Okay guys, so my crumb coat is pretty much chill. I'm going to ice it, decorate it, and then we're going to cut this bad boy because I am ready to eat. I don't know why I sing it like that, but I'm sorry, y'all. Let me grab some more icing. Throw it right up on top of that bad boy. Take a little. Now this is going to be a pretty thick layer just because I'm going to go around with my bench knife afterwards anyway. And when I even it out, most of it's probably going to be scraped off anyway. Just trying to even out my top a little bit. Now it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to dress with some ganache on top of it. Get my bench knife and we're going to go right around. So my sides are smooth the way I want it. I'm gonna come back in. I think every time I do cakes, y'all pretty much see me use this rag. I have like 100 of these. I love them. I get them from the store. They're like $15 for like 100 of them. They're disposable. I use them to clean up my cake, clean up my surfaces, throw them away after every use. They're cheap. Now we're gonna drip our ganache and top it with some more chopped up Ferrero Rochers, and then we'll be set to eat this cake. So I'm gonna put a little bit on top, not a lot. It's okay if the top starts to smudge a little bit with the buttercream and the ganache. Call it a day. Top it off with some more Rochers. Okay guys, so this is my Ferrero Rocher cake. And I will have close-up and pictures at the end of the video like normal. But I'm gonna let this chill for a little bit before I cut it, just because I don't want the ganache to fully run through when I'm trying to cut it. Okay guys? So I'll see you in a minute. So I let my cake fully chill. The ganache is chilled up enough. Just so it won't be running. So I'm about to cut this bad boy. Look at that. Woo, that looks good. Guys, it tastes so good. I didn't mean for my voice to get so light. It really tastes good, y'all. So I really do encourage you to try this at home. I have better pictures of the cake and what the inside looks like towards the end of the video, guys. But please try this recipe at home. If you do try it at home, make sure you leave a comment down below and like this video. Let me know what you thought about it. And if you want to see me do more cake recreations like this, just let me know down below and I'll definitely get it for you, okay? So, without further ado, I'll see you guys later. I'm finishing this cake.